Okay, everyone. Now we will be having our pulmonary edema. Okay, when we say pulmonary edema, it is an excess fluid build up inside your lungs, especially in the alveoli. Okay, kung makikita kasi natin yung picture dito, okay, kung makikita natin yung picture dito sa my side, okay, ang laman dapat ng alveoli natin is air. Okay, so yung alveoli natin nag-e-expand yan at saka nagre-recoil, okay? So, what happened is that nagkaroon ng fluid sa loob mismo ng alveoli mo, okay? So now, kung makikita nyo dito sa drawing ko, di ba? This is the alveoli. Okay, this is the alveoli. And ang ginagawa kasi ng alveoli natin, diyan nagkakaroon ng what? Ng gas exchange, okay? Diyan nagkakaroon ng gas exchange via diffusion, okay? Via diffusion. Okay. So, yan yung nangyayari saan? Sa may alveoli natin. So, nagkakaroon ng gas exchange ng what? Ng oxygen at saka carbon dioxide ninyo. Okay. So, now, dahil nagkaroon ng fluid dito, nagkaroon ng fluid build up, okay, sa tingin mo magkakaroon pa ba ng proper gas exchange? Okay, hindi na, nagiging impaired. Why? Kasi hindi makapasok si oxygen papuntang blood mo. And then si carbon dioxide, hindi siya makalabas ng blood mo papuntang outside of your body. Okay? Dahil sa fluid na to, napipigilan. So, hindi na proper yung gas exchange. So now, what are the causes? Okay? We have your modifiable risk factors and non-modifiable risk factors. Okay, pagdating sa modifiable risk factors natin, we have your uncontrolled hypertension. Bakit? Okay, kasi masyadong mataas ang hydrostatic pressure mo dito, 'di ba? Masyadong mataas yung hydrostatic pressure sa may what? Uncontrolled hypertension. Sa heart disease naman, pwede kasi magkaroon ng what? Backflow, okay? Backflow, okay? Especially yung left-sided heart failure mo, okay? Yung left-sided heart failure. Fluid overload, masyadong madami yung fluid saan? Sa katawan mo, okay? So, babalik siya saan? Babalik lang siya sa may lungs mo. And then, smoking, okay? Pwede rin yan. And then, we have your non-modifiable age, okay? Elderly, mabilis lang magkaroon ng pulmonary edema tong mga to. Bakit? 'Di ba decrease na yung functions ng katawan nila, okay? Chronic cardiac condition, yung mga may sakit talaga sa puso, yun yung malala na. Okay? So yan yung mga rason kung bakit pwede magkaroon ng pulmonary edema. And we have your what? Etiology. These are the known risk factors for having your what? Pulmonary edema. Example, your left ventricular failure. Okay, nag-fail yung left ventricle ninyo. Okay, bakit? This is your heart. This is your, tawag dito, this is your atrium, yung nasa taas, ventricle yung nasa baba. Ito, this is the ventricle, this is the atrium. Ang pinag-uusapan natin ngayon, left ventricular. So, ito ang nag-fail. Okay, remember, ito dapat papuntang aorta. Two different parts of your body. Okay. Dito may pulmovein tayo dyan. Okay. And then, lungs. Okay, your lungs. Now, pag nag-fail to, left ventricle ninyo, what will happen? Nagkakaroon ng backflow. Pumupunta siya sa may left atrium ninyo. Okay. Okay. Pumupunta siya sa left atrium ninyo. Now, pwede siyang bumalik ng pulmonary vein pabalik ng lungs ninyo. So, pwede ba magkaroon ng what? Pwede ba magkaroon ng pulmonary edema? Yes. Okay, yung ARDS ninyo or your acute respiratory distress syndrome. Okay, isa rin to kasi ang nangyayari dito kapag nag-fail yung lungs mo, nagkakaroon talaga ng fluid saan? Inside of your alveoli. So, yan yung nangyayari sa may ARDS ninyo. Okay? Sepsis, especially kung malala yung what? Pneumonia. 'Di ba? Pwede magkaroon ng fluid, okay? And then your trauma, nagkaroon ng injury, nagkaroon ng puncture, 'di ba? So now, after ma-expose yung patient natin sa mga modifiable and non-modifiable and even your etiology, what happened? Okay, nagkaroon ng left ventricle, okay, cannot eject blood efficiently. So yung blood natin, bumabalik siya sa pulmonary vein, okay? Increases what? The hydrostatic pressure in your pulmonary capillaries. Okay? So pag nangyari yon, pag nag-increase ang hydrostatic pressure mo sa capillaries mo, nagkakaroon ng fluid leaks. Okay? Pupunta siya saan? Sa may interstitial spaces mo. Okay? And then, pupunta rin siya sa alveoli. If that happens, okay, what will happen? Okay, nagkakaroon na ng injury sa may alveolar capillary membrane mo. Dito part, okay? Nagkakaroon na yan ng injury. So, what will happen if nagkaroon ng injury yung alveolar capillary membrane ninyo? Naglilik yung protein, okay? Protein-rich fluid leaks into your alveoli, causing what? The impaired oxygen diffusion, okay? So now, makikita mo ngayon magkakaroon ng hypoxemia yung pasyente mo, 'di ba? Hypoxemia. Pag sinabi nating hypoxemia, decrease ang O2 saan? Sa may blood ninyo, okay? Pagdating naman at the other hand, okay, nagkakaroon ng CO2 retention. Nagkakaroon ng what? Hypercarbia, okay? Nagkakaroon ng hypercarbia, carbon dioxide, okay, madami, causing your what? Respiratory acidosis, okay, causing your respiratory acidosis. Aside from respiratory acidosis, ano pa yung pwede mong makitang signs and symptoms sa pasyente mo? Okay, dyspnea, orthopnea, okay, pag sinabi nating orthopnea, hirap yung pasyente mo na what? Huminga pag naka-flat on bed, okay, difficulty of breathing pag flat on bed. Okay, that's your orthopnea. We also have your crackles, okay? And then, cough with frothy pink sputum. Yan yung what? Common sa pulmonary edema ninyo. And then, we have your cyanosis. Okay, so that is your pulmonary edema.